Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome back to this edition of Business in the OC. Congressman, I have to ask you, because I have 3 children of my own, you and your wife Rhonda had triplets about 4 years ago. You have a boy and 2 girls.
Right.
Do you think they'll be entrepreneurs?
Well, they're certainly figuring out ways to overwhelm our defenses right now. My household is just, well, listen, it's kiddie land, everything.
Yeah.
And but we've got them off of the diapers, which is really significant. And you know, when you talk about children, there are so many opportunities when you talk about entrepreneurship in dealing with the needs of children.
Yeah.
And if people focus on not just the broad market, but let's say the children's market, or let's say the handicap market. There are people in our country who are handicapped in wheelchairs that need help, and people can come up with ideas just for that market. And that's the wonderful thing about having the freedom that we have here. And if we do have, again, the resources, we don't screw up the economy so that the resources disappear, we can do some great things here for children. I've seen it, and other people who need help.
Yeah. Michael, interviewed Michael Gerber, and of course he wrote the E-Myth and has a new book out, Awakening the Entrepreneur Within. And he said one of the mistakes that entrepreneurs make is that instead of working on their business, they're working in their business. Your thoughts about that? When you get together with your group, do you guys as a whole, does your community go over tips and share those kind of tips? Because when he said that, it didn't hit me right away. And then I had to think about it, and I'm like, wow, for years I've been working in my business instead of on my business. Your thoughts?
You know, our motto is that we believe everyone should be in business for themselves, just not by themselves. And entrepreneurs usually get stuck in the trenches of the administrative tasks and whatnot. And by supporting each other, we can take some of those tasks off the hands of each other. And again, the tools of the internet and virtual assistants and things like that are really helpful to entrepreneurs these days.
I'm a positive person, so I'm going to, instead of saying something about the downside of an entrepreneur, your thoughts about what makes a successful entrepreneur. Is there a specific ingredient that you think that you have seen that really you can see an entrepreneur and go, he's got it, she's got it?
Well, first of all, an entrepreneur has got to be able to dream while they're awake.
Yeah.
See a dream, visualize something, and go make it real. Yeah. Not everybody has that skill, and not everybody needs to have that skill. But those who do have a very special gift, and they should make sure they utilize that. They utilize the opportunity they have to exercise that gift. And
I think we have an entrepreneur that might have that gift. And our next question coming from our studio audience of entrepreneurs is Shalise Voice-Tosi. And Shalise, welcome to Business in the OC, and your question.
Hello, Congressman. It seems quite complicated for small business owners to obtain grants from the government. And is there a good way or approach that, as a small business owner, that we could obtain certain grants from the government?
Yeah, I'm going to give you some surprise advice. The people that I know that apply for grants from government spend more time trying to get those grants than they're worth. And it's quite often with small business loans. Now my office, anybody who's a constituent can call my office and we will help them and teach them how to apply for small business loans and things such as that. And quite often I hear that there's such requirements that are put on this to get the government loan that you have to buy a building or something like that may be better for you to rent a building and things such as that. That perhaps the best thing that the government can do for an entrepreneur is not to give some cash, which is basically taxed from us originally anyway, but instead to try to make sure that we're bringing down the inflation rate, and especially making sure that the interest rate is low enough so that entrepreneurs can get loans without having to go to the government.
Do you have services like that, like what Congressman said, hey, call our office, we'll try to help you out? That's getting a loan. Is there other services, like do people call and say, hey, I need a good accountant? Do you have a good accountant? Is there that networking too?
There is a great network in the OCEC. We have professionals in all areas. Obviously, the best financing is customer financing. So we try and help entrepreneurs build their business so that the customers buy into it and they don't need government funding or things like that. We do have also other internet tools that you can raise money for your business that we can help people with.
Well, it's also important when you have a group like this to be able to recommend somebody.
Yes.
I mean, if you need an accountant and you're a startup business and you've got an idea about something you want to exploit in the marketplace, but you are not a bookkeeper, coming to someone and say, who could you recommend to me that is a responsible book? That means all the difference in the world.
Yeah, and part of the growing business sector and being successful at business is having good partners, whether they be within your business or outside of your business, and that's what we have created here, a great partnership. And I'm so thankful that all of you joined me tonight on Business in the OC, our studio audience, because it was a pleasure hearing from them. And of course, we put the information on our screen tonight if you're interested in joining the organization that we profiled tonight, the Orange County Entrepreneur Community, and we're specifically having them on, and we will have them on again. Congressman, I want to thank you. Great insight. We appreciate you coming down from Huntington Beach, California.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I'm Paul Higgins, and you have just watched Business in the OC, and thanks again. We'll see you next time.